What is up, guys? Iconic here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vocal buildup or riser in FL Studio and kind of how to get around some of the problems you may encounter when doing this method for building your risers. Now, basically what I want to do is I want to get the last section of this buildup right here, this little chop that I got, and make a buildup by putting quarter notes and then doubling it to eighth notes and then doubling it to 16th notes. It's a pretty standard method for doing buildups. But I'll show you what I mean right here. So I have this vocal, and I want to get this last little chop here. And I want to make a riser with that. And what I did is pretty much just that right here. So as you can see there, when I was playing that and I was using the pitch here, it wasn't working because I wanted this vocal on auto for when I was syncing it with the rest of the song, and it would stay in pitch. So this pitch knob does nothing. So basically what I did to fix that was I recorded all of this down to an instance of Edison, and it made it one audio file. And so you can kind of see some more problems that are created when we do this, because when I increase the pitch, the whole audio file shrinks, and that's obviously not what we want either. So now we have two instances that don't work. When you do this and use the pitch doesn't work because we have the time stretching in auto mode, and when we record it down to its own audio file, we have the audio file shrinking when we don't want it to, because then the doubling effect will be off sync. So how to get around that? You're going to want to get your audio file that you want to use as your chop that's doubling, and you're going to want to click in the top corner there, the top left corner, and go to make unique as sample. And what that does is it creates a brand new audio clip with just your selection. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save that sample. So now I have this audio file that is just that section that I selected out of there. And what you can do now is go to where you find your audio clip in your channel rack here, and you're going to want to right click and go to piano roll, and usually it's on C5 is middle C, and that's where you want to paste your notes, unless of course you want it to be in a different key. But usually if you want it to maintain its same pitch, you will put it in the original key, which is going to be on C5 right there. So do the same type of thing that I did before. Start off with your quarter notes, then after 4 bars switch to eighth notes, and then after 2 bars switch to 16th notes. Whoops, looks like I did that way wrong. There we go. So now that you have that, this is what will work for that method. So now I'm going to paste that right in there. And so as you can see now that the notes are in the piano roll, we can go to your sample and we can set the pitch range for whatever you want it to be. I will have it at 5 because 5 works pretty well for these risers. And now you can create an automation clip. And an easy way to do this so it'll be the right length is you're going to want to select by right-clicking and dragging on this top timeline bar, and it will make a selection the length of your build-up. And now you can go back to your channel settings and right-click on pitch and go to create automation clip. And if you go back to your playlist here, you'll see that it created an automation clip the length of your selection. So now you can put it to whatever you want. I'm going to put this up to the top and then give it a little bit of tension so it won't pitch as much at the beginning, and then it'll start to pitch more towards the end. So this is a method that will work for that. There's no stretching, there's no anything that will get off sync. So if I play this with the other risers right here, you'll see it will sound pretty good. Actually, real quick first, I'm going to turn off stretch so it is off, and then I'm going to slide the rest of this there so there's no more chop or no more holes in this audio file. So you could kind of hear all of those vocals pitching up. I can play this solo now. So that sounds pretty good. Now, one last cosmetic thing you can do is go back to that audio file. You can kind of turn in Crossfade on, play with that a little bit. Basically what that does is that, based on how much you do, it takes some of the beginning of this and blends it in with the end of that, of the audio file. So you can kind of see it working right now. The line indicates what section is being crossfaded into this section. So you can play around with that and see what sounds better to kind of get rid of some of the clickiness that you heard in there for when it's switching between audio files. So not necessarily super important because it'll kind of be blending in with other audio sounds, so it might not be a huge problem, but that's one thing you can play with. You could also play with this declicking mode. So some of those might have different effects. Some of them work better than others, but I guess it really boils down to your particular audio file and what problems you're having in regards to clicking. But that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. But I hope this helped you kind of formulate some buildups if you were having trouble with that kind of pitch problem that I was showing you about. But as always, this has been an Iconic production. Thanks for watching.